Okay, so the first update, we are canonical decree update by me. And what I know is I went to Father Tate meeting with Father Brian Dooley, his pastorate, which is Mount Horeb, and another 5 or 6 other prayer sites, and then Father Chom, who's in Monroe, and they were going the first half of December, and then we were going towards the 21st, which is a Sunday, or somewhere in the second half of December, but I don't have any specific date. Then after the canonical decree is done, then they have a mass of installation, which I would think that'd probably be pushed into January, because I think we would know if we were going to be in December for that. So that's all I know in that regard. So then there's 3 phases. There's the canonical decree, and then there's the financial,
Corporate,
corporate, and then the financial,
or I'm sorry, civil.
financial, and then the corporate. So that all that takes and because the government was shut down, we need like an EIN number, and because of the backlog, so the next 2 steps will be pushed out a little bit further than it would have been if the government not shut down, as far as that goes. So, and then Amanda Schrader helps us with a lot of that mechanics of all the canonical decree, get things in order, that sort of thing, as well as Tracy does a huge part of that. So, any questions on that? And that would be stage to merge us all together. Then, as far as then, I would be not the administrator, I'd be the pastor of the whole thing instead of just the administrator. That way, so then us 6 would be officially combined. So,
A little bit about the decree itself, though, what that involves, that the bishop does not come for the decree.
no, yeah,
It's,
Bishop Pine doesn't come from for the decree, and I don't know. Do you know more on that?
I believe, so the earliest it could possibly be would be closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
And it would be an announcement, and then it would be published, like we'd publish it on the bulletin boards at all locations, and then something would be in print for the bulletin to announce the decree. And then it's 4 to 6 weeks later is when, my understanding, that the bishop will come and do the installation of the pastor. So
that most likely would be some towards the end of January, maybe early February, the installation, and the canonical being posted, but we haven't had anything to post. We don't have a date. So, okay. The next one, St. Joseph Ryle. We had a meeting in July, August. 10 people from Ryle. We just invited the pastoral council and finance, and there was another committee there. There was 10 people, and I held it myself. Then the next meeting was in August. They said, well, we'll just invite all the Ryle people, so we did. And then there was 14. Both meetings have been held in Poynette at St. Thomas. Then tonight we'll have our 3rd one, and the second one, Paul Lang was there. Our building contact, I should say, is working mostly on the cathedral, but he was there for the second meeting for Ryle. And then tonight, Bishop Pine and Father Tate, who was the Vicar General, and then Paul Lang and myself will be there, and Oliver. And the news on Ryle is, it's been since July of 24, like 2 weeks when I started, because of the basement, because of the structure, masses were suspended, so there weren't masses there since July 13th. It was a Saturday in Ryle and Joseph, and we got an estimate, 1.2 million, to like bring it up to date, but because of that really the stats of the church, how many families there are, how many come to church, those kind of things, would it be feasible to keep it going and that, and so We had the 2 meetings and then there's planning about Tatum, we had the one tonight and so, we'll see what happens, but, that's kind of where we're at Brian. And it's still a part of our 6. And then we'll go from there, so.
Transition team, I'll just touch on that a little bit. So as you've seen in the last couple of weeks, we've been open for nominations, and because of the bad weather this past weekend, we kept the nominations open a few more days. Couple employees were nominated, but unfortunately, we can't have employees nominated for the roles. But we've had some good responses. So I feel like we have some good candidates that will be on there. So the next step, we were just kind of prior to calling the people that have been nominated, we were checking with 3 other pastorates that have gone through it to kind of get a sense of how often do they meet, what kind of the requirements are and what their mission is. So after nominations close today, then the transition team will be reaching out to the people nominated to see if they'd accept the nomination and then talk about, what would be involved. And then from there, we would ask the nominees to put together a little bio about them and a picture. And then we'll kind of prepare for what an election would look like with the hopes that a lot of these people will accept the nomination for being on pastoral council and being trustees for us. Did anybody have any questions about that?
Is it just 2 trustees?
Yes, a secretary trustee and a treasurer. And the treasurer would be part of the finance council and the secretary would be part of the parish council. Family of faith?
Yeah, so we are just about to have our December meeting for all of the 4 locations, the four meetings. Things are going pretty steady. We've had good attendance. Families are coming. Lots of families are bringing both parents, which we really encourage it to be both parents. For that, it's going well. Nothing super, no crazy updates for that. I think we were pretty much through our second one when we last met, so it's not much has happened in person for Family of Faith. Last night we had our first reconciliation class. Father Jim was there, and that went really well. We found that we're figuring out real better ways to involve the parents and get them engaged in the material with their kids, some, but then also learning some on their own. That was a big step we made last night on how to engage the parents better in that regard with the sacramental prep, the second phase sacramental prep. So they will have their first reconciliation next Saturday, the 13th, and they're all on track for that. And then we'll move towards First Communion in the spring. So those are my updates for those 2 folks.
Are those reconciliations and First Communions here, or are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all together. We have 34 kids throughout the pastorate, and they'll be both reconciliation and First Communion. That's the whole one.
Being a month of December and also Advent, we have some reconciliation when you're having a family faith formation. So did you also send a note on that for the parents as well, even though we put in a bulletin about it?
Yeah, and so that's a good point. Yeah, so next Wednesday in Pointet, we'll have allow the parents. We'll have, I think, the last 20-ish minutes, 20 to 30 minutes they can go. They will be done and they can go. But we're gonna tell them during our adult session, if you go, just step out and go. You don't need to like throughout the meeting if they just want to step out to make that flow go better. And then the catechists also know that that's have plans to go in to take part of their class to do that. So
And while we're doing that, I just wanted to encourage you to tell the catechists that they need to really encourage all the students, especially St. Paul's. Even though last year everyone was here, nobody came for the reconciliation. Tell the catechists by class wise whoever is there, they need to be bringing
Yeah.
for the reconciliation. That would be great, because otherwise, last year, we, only 2 or 3 students showed up. Having 100 students in the hall, only 2, 3 showed up for the reconciliation last year.
Yeah, so for.
Like
The,
we
they
did
changed,
last night, we brought them over and then, I mean, just for the presentation, so. Yeah, because I was here, there was like 3 or 4 total
yeah,
over there, so. I mean, just something to guard against, so that we. Yeah, like, this is part of the deal, is you're going to class, you know, for the students, not the second graders, but they would have just had it, but.
yeah, so the students, in point at that, the catechist definitely know that. At St. Olaf, the original date was, or it was gonna be a Wednesday night for reconciliation here, but it changed to now a Thursday, so there's not reconciliation during any of the other 3 family of faith session, because 2 of them are on Sundays, and so then that there are masses going on, and then the Wednesday other one got moved to, it's now Thursday, at St. Olaf,
18th, yeah.
so it doesn't overlap.
Yeah, we have to correct that on this down here,
My bad.
that's all right.
So yeah, we don't have an opportunity, so we will definitely encourage families to go, but it won't be offered at the time of it.
Okay.
In St. Olaf.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. Okay, great.
Yeah, a lot of exciting things happening. So starting January 8th, we're gonna do a weekly group for high schoolers, so 10 through 12 right here. Right after school, so that they all have students come and everyone else can get here for that. We're gonna do like a monthly 6 through 12 event as well. So we have that Christmas party coming up, that's 6 through 12. Confirmation prep's going really well. We have around 41 kids, so they've all been coming so far for the first 3 sessions, which is super exciting. A lot of them are starting to ask questions, which makes me really happy. They're having that desire to learn more. And then kind of pursuing that Versati Fest as well. Right now, we have 1 officially registered, but quite a few more interested, so hoping to build those numbers. A lot of exciting things.
That's great. Do you want to touch on the music program at St. Jerome? I know Adrian, she's at a principal meeting, but she said promote.
Yeah, this program at St. Jerome on December 22nd. I believe it's at 6 p.m. She probably know that. And then there's like a dress rehearsal at 10 a.m. So I've been working with the students. They all got to pick their songs this year, so they're super excited about it, and it should be fun. We'll see. Don't have a lot of time left to work on it. It'll be something, so you should come.
All right, let's see, for the St. Jerome Parish Office, Katie's got her morning job with the preschool kids, but I know she's been working on Giving Trees a little bit different there, where people drop off gifts and then she has to log that. She's working on gathering folks for decorating for church. Trying to think, she seems like she's always got irons in the fire there, but she's doing a great job there for us. And how about East Bristol? Do you guys have some updates?
Don't really have updates. The committees are working with the decorations, getting things together. I think Sue, you have a caroling event plan.
Yep, we've got a plan. I've only got 2 kids signed up so far. We've got a bus contracted, so I really need some promotion out of Jason and Grace and anybody. I've texted everybody that I know in our parish. So I don't know, maybe I'm overestimating the value and the lesson of this, but I don't know. We've done caroling for 30 years, and I think once you're done, once you're back on the bus, I mean, the feeling that you have to bring some joy to these shut-ins, I don't think there's anything to replace that during Advent. But so I'm pretty disappointed in the turnout that we're getting, but we'll work on it. That's December 14th, by the way, at 12:30. And then we'll arrive back at 4:30 for pizza. And the kids will be turned loose at 5. I've also got 2 other outings for our adult choir, 2 Tuesdays that I'm working on. So we'll be out spreading the same Advent message. I think our giving tree is going really well. Don't you think, Dan?
Yes.
I think last I knew there was only a few tags left. So yeah, I think our Advent's doing what it's supposed to right now.
Sue, we're gonna
make sure that at all of our family faith formation meetings this weekend, we really talk that up. And then, I'm talking especially to some of the moms who have kids the same age as my granddaughter to see if we can, and sort of invigorate this idea that when you serve together, it's really fun and it's a great way to build community. So know that we're on your team and we're gonna be really trying to promote this idea so that our whole pastorate benefits from this opportunity.
Sounds good. Hey, any of the priests, are you available that day, that afternoon on the 14th?
I am not available because I'll be gone after the mass.
Okay, well, feel free. I said it's,
Yeah, possibly.
okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, Marcia? Or is she not?
Oh, you're on mute, Marcia.
I think she has to do them.
Oh, there she goes.
Hello, hello, yeah,
There we go. Yep.
okay. Anyway, our food pantry is going really well. We've had to make 2 deliveries already, and we plan to do it through the 21st of December. The group that delivered the last time also helped with the second harvest things that they brought in. I do have a question about Christmas decorating. Last year, I believe that we couldn't have the Christmas tree on the altar. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I mean, we put it over, last year we put it over on the side of the statue of Mary, which is kind of out of the way, and we move our candles and stuff, but
Sure.
you know, I don't know, is that still a thing? That we can't put the tree on the altar per
Well,
se?
sometimes they put it, so you, almost like a priest when he goes around with the gospel book, I mean, he's got to like, high step it around different things, so, if there's, yeah, to the side of the altar, in that area, I guess it would be possible. To put it there so it doesn't distract from the, altar itself.
Okay.
We'll work
And
on-
you and I can talk about it later
Yeah,
too.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I think things are going fine at Doylestown. Are we still waiting for the okay from the diocese to do something with our parking lot?
Yeah, that would, or no, I think that's approved. So then it's a matter of, cause that probably wouldn't take place until May or something,
Well, yeah,
in that regard. So then we can talk about that later on how
okay,
that works that way. So, okay,
okay. All right. Thank you.
yeah,
That's all I really got.
okay, thank you.
Maybe, you want to talk about?
We have started looking at a proposal for a sound system that is still in the works and in discussions. The updating to the procedures for the servers has been going well. We've had good attendance on all of the assignments for our liturgical ministers. So that is finally reaching, I think, a state of continuity that we've been lacking for a good long while. So I'm very pleased with that. Trying to get, I'm sorry?
But thank you.
Yep. Trying to get kids for Christmas masses this year to sing. And as Sue has had trouble getting kids involved, I'm having trouble getting kids involved. We're hoping because I wish I knew tonight what it is that we had, because it's going to impact what the choir will be doing. But we'll get it worked out. We're in full planning for that. Outside of that, I don't have any other updates. Father Joji?
Yeah, I think with regard to Christmas pageant, Mindy is working on that, and last Sunday, after the mass, some students showed up and they were having some kind of practice. Last Sunday being a lot of snow, some of them did not show up. Some kids came after the mass to have some practice. I think next week they are hoping to have more children to have a practice. Already, the dresses are already out in the hall there, and they're going to have some practice, and they will be having that Christmas pageant at 21st, I think. Yeah.
I'm working closely with Mindy on that. We're arranging the rehearsals for both the Christmas mass singing and the pageant to happen simultaneously, so that nobody has to say, I'm going to do one and not the other. And last I spoke with her, she is 5 kids short of being able to even do the pageant. So she needs another 5. I sent out an email to parents of kids who were aged 7 to 11 yesterday, and I did put a big plug in there for the pageant. And I know that Jason had put out a flock note encouraging participation, so we're doing what we can. I think it came up a bit late in planning, and that's part of the issue, that just trying to get kids involved. Once they see that this is happening, I think that we'll have much better participation next year. But this year it's a little bit short on getting fixated in the minds of parents. So I have great hope. We'll have enough kids.
Thank you.
Thank you. St. Olaf, Sarah, are you getting anybody for the choir? I know we had put feelers. Have you?
Or contact. Yeah. None. Because there doesn't think of the pageant. This month people.
Oh, great, great.
Able to hear any of that.
Could you guys hear that from Sarah?
No.
Oh, okay. Yep. So, oh, do you want to say it louder? So, Sarah's gotten a handful of people, and it sounds like, of that, she's got some that also want to participate with the pageant. So she's working on rehearsals that don't conflict with the pageant practice. Did I catch it all? Oh, I don't hear you, Kitty.
I don't believe that Mindy has heard from anybody outside of St. Thomas to do that. So if you're in touch with them, Sarah, maybe you could encourage them to reach out to Mindy. So she'll work with whatever shows up on Sunday, but they do have to be there on Sunday to be part of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, other things at St. Olaf is the Giving Tree is here next week, Thursday, Friday. So the gym will be completely full of presents and people and lots of activity. So just a heads up on that. It's pretty remarkable to see what they put together there. And then we had our food pantry, just as a side note from a pastor perspective, we had the food pantry collections for Thanksgiving, and that was really a nice collection for the 3 locations that had collections for the food pantry. So those checks will be cut and sent out hopefully later this week. So thank you for the support on that. I think that's really all. The kitchen project is still on schedule to start after the pancake breakfast this month. And I believe they're starting with the flooring. That's all I have. Pastoral visits, Bridget, Father Bala, do you guys have any updates there that you'd like to share?
I did share with Father Joji and Father Jim an update on Elaine Stelzner moving and to that home again in Columbus, and then the new person, Gladys Mulhern. And then with the help of Patsy Sieben, we are going to go over to Parkside and do a sing-along. but there's no one in the pastorate actually going to Legacy. And we have 20 Catholic people there also, as well as a whole group of people that would probably enjoy a group to go over and sing to them. So we'll see what we can do. Other than that, I got my gifts together and cards and so forth to share with our people. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So, and Father Bala and I had to do a quick mass yesterday at Parkside to fill in for all the little interruptions on their schedule. So it worked out well. And Father Joji also came and helped to do a mass at Legacy because of the members that I told you of 20 people. We had 14 that attended the mass. So I appreciate Father Joji coming out and doing that too.
And for those who are not able to go for the Christmas mass, for example, the family is not coming in to take them, can we plan something closer to Christmas, a mass for them? Otherwise, they would miss.
Sure, you and I can talk about it later if you
don't think of that one. That would be great, you know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I also had a emergency anointing, Windsor and the Forest Week. Was on time before the persons who didn't have serious sickness. Apart from the cancer.
All right. I think that's all. There, Jen?
Okay, so just watch the dates that your bulletin articles need to be sent to me. Like I know originally tomorrow, the bulletin's supposed to go to the printer, but I actually took off tomorrow, so it'll be going this afternoon yet. It's already full, but if you have something small, I could squish it in there yet, but the bulletin that's going is December 14th, and then, because we're like a week ahead on all of them right now, so it's just trying to make sure I have my dates correct, because like in my head, it's already mid-December, even though it's only the first week, but it's confusing trying to keep them all straight in everyone's dates. So I'm doing my best. Bear with me. Thanks.
Thank you, Jen. You're doing a great job. It's hard.
Karina, OCIA, how's?
Everything's going really well. Last week, it was so great. Bill Ringelstetter did, filled in because my husband and I have wedding Thanksgiving. And he did a really nice, they call it a tour of the church. And mostly what it is take the people in and really like show them all the parts of what makes the Catholic Church a little bit different than the Lutheran Church or the church maybe that they grew up in, to familiarize them with, you know, this is the gospel side, this is the epistle side, this is the Mary side, this is Joseph side, these are where the windows are, and this is what a credence table is, and all of those pieces. And Bill has been doing that for a number of years in catechesis. They're really, I don't know if you could find in our pastorate a person that's like a better fit for that, and our people really enjoyed it. Right, for the ones who, we've got one guy who he's gonna have to get an annulment, and that process is just full of anxiety and unknowns, you know. So his name's Mark Werla. I had a phone appointment with him this morning, and we're just moving forward with that with confidence and trusting the Lord. It's just really an exciting to work with. There's such good things happening in their lives. So that's all I have to share, but it's all really good. So excited.
Thank you. Let's see, other questions or items? I know there's a lot going on with Advent, so these dates below are just a handful of everything going on.
I've got one. As long as Corinne is giving kudos to Bill Ringelstetter, he did a really nice job on Sunday. We did our St. Nicholas program. We didn't have, the weather was crummy. We didn't have a ton of kids, but it actually, he did a nice job of just reading the story of St. Nicholas. And thank you, Father Joji, for coming down on the fly and adding to that program too. So it was a nice little turnout and just something I think we have to continue doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Marcia again. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay. Our Altar Society, and I think it's not this, it's the 15th, I believe. We will be sending out our Christmas list of the people. We send them Christmas cards to the people that are on our list for that are, well, some of them are shut-ins and some have health issues and other things like that. So that we do have coming up with our Altar Society also.
That's great. All right. So unless there's anyone else, upcoming, we have our Solemnity of Immaculate Conception Sunday and Monday. Communal penance next week, along with Family of Faith that night, which we already talked about. We talked about Giving Tree. First Reconciliation, we talked about. The second communal penance, I do have a bad date there for St. Olaf. It is the 18th, not the 17th.
Thursday, yeah. Just to say, on December 8th, you probably already know this, but it is one of those, holy day of obligation. So it is one that you need to go to just like Sunday, and going on Sunday morning doesn't count for Monday. But if you went, I believe it's East Bristol has a vigil on Sunday night, 7th, that would count for Monday, and then the masses on Monday would count for the holy day of obligation as well. So it's an obligation one.
It's a 6 p.m. mass on Sunday.
Yes, there is one at 10 and the other one at 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Sunday counts for Sunday, and then the night mass counts for Monday.
Okay. And then the K Mass, I have January 17th or 18th, and then it should say January 24th or 25th. So that's a bad date there. Good thing that's not right now. I guess that's just kind of pending on when we get the decree and installation is kind of why that's up in the air. And then just a reminder about Bishop Pine talk and the Eucharistic miracles. I'm just trying to think if there's any other dates that I'm leaving out here. I know we talked about a number of the things going on during Advent here.
And on those Bishop Pine talks, like Sunday and Monday will be 2 different talks. So sometimes we get the question, can I just come to one and count for both talks? You know, it is a different talk Sunday and Monday, so you come to both of them. And then the student mass, as Tracy said, that'd be at 9:30 on Monday morning at St. Jerome. And then we'll have, I don't know if any, maybe some of you, the Eucharistic miracles. There's like 5 suitcases, so we got 5 sites open. So I was thinking that each one got a suitcase, you know, with the posters. Then we can kind of take a round robin around the pastor, visiting the posters, or maybe just get 2 or 3 of them, or whatever. Yeah, about all the different miracles about the Eucharist. Whoever takes them out of the suitcase, got to make sure they put them in the same order. And if you have 5, then it's really, and then when you set them up, you got to make sure that it ended here and go there. You know, so yeah, it was a challenge.
I have a question about this, the display of the pastorate. Are we going to need anything particular to have for the display? I know
Well,
it's not till March, but
No, that's fine. In Doylestown, I would say, probably have it, in the church or the basement. I would say the church, when there's, you know, because there's, wouldn't be any well, there would be Sunday mass there. So maybe they're set up, And then, or probably the basement, I would say. And then there would be someone there, you know, whatever hours we have it open, it would be somebody there just to, you know, watch the posters or watch the people, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay,
it sounds like
thank
that'd be
you.
a good subcommittee meeting to
Yeah.
start planning what that looks like, because
Sure.
I believe they provide like tablecloths and all of that.
Yeah,
But I believe each suitcase is like 4 or 5 tables worth.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think that's a good point. We should start planning for the logistics, because to get them here, get them to each site, what hours, how we'd operate it, who'd man the sites, that is it's gonna be a bigger task,
sure.
project, yeah. Staff formation, I guess it was just thinking, just to touch on the topic for December with Family of Faith, Jason, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so we still, just like we talked about last time, we've published now the next section of what the theme is for this month. So we encourage you to take time and listen to that. I think it's like 8 minutes or 7 minutes. I mean, it's only one episode this time, last time it was 2. And then to go along with that, something we're gonna do with the parents, this month is have them read through the story of the birth of Jesus. And then we're gonna have discussion questions, have them work together in groups, talk about each section of that. I haven't fully finished the document yet, but I will email it out. If you'd like to take a little bit of time, read through some of the questions we're gonna have the parents go through. I'll probably have that done later today. So I'll email that out to everyone that you can take a look through. One of the activities we're gonna do with the parents this month for Facebook.
Great. Yeah, I just to talk about a little bit. I did listen to it yesterday on my drive from St. Thomas to DeForest, and Karina, you do such a good job reading. You could be on Audible. So the 8 minutes is a nice reminder of what Immaculate Conception is, incarnation. It's just all those things that we have that we don't talk about every day. So it's really a nice listen. So I encourage you to take time, if you can find it, to listen to it. Anything else? I think next meeting, we're looking at Thursday, January 8th. And I think that's all.
Thank you, thank you.
Should I sign off or
Yeah.
okay, all right. Thanks all. Bye-bye.
Bye now, thank you.